Hey Beer Nuts, it's me, Catherine, and I wanted to remind you that April is Autism Awareness Month. Every year, 1 in every 45 children is diagnosed with autism, and that number continues to rise. I am the proud mother of 2 children on the autism spectrum and a fierce advocate for early intervention. Early intervention is the detection of autism characteristics in children before the age of 3. Interventions like speech, occupational, and behavior therapies can greatly boost the development of children with autism. To find out more about the characteristics of autism and what to look for, go to autismspeaks.org and click Learn the Signs. If you think your child might be exhibiting signs of autism, seek out interventions in your area. Start with your child's pediatrician and keep going. You are your child's only advocate. Early intervention works. My children are proof, because the earlier you know, the more they'll grow. The She's Crafty podcast is sponsored by BarbacoApparel. BarbacoApparel is a San Antonio-based independent clothing line that caters to Texans and Texans at heart. To buy your Barbacoa apparel and to find out which events they'll be at next, go to BarbacoApparel.com.
This episode of the She's Crafty podcast is brought to you by RGD Deisgns, helping keep our beer nuts crafty through graphic design, tech tutorials, and more. Head on over to rgddeisgns.com and tell them you heard about them from She's Crafty.
Shut up and sit down.
We're on. Welcome to episode 23 of the She's Crafty podcast. I'm Catherine.
Catherine, I have to break it to you. It's episode 24.
It's episode 24 of the She's Crafty podcast.
Were you passed out in a basement somewhere?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
This whole past week, where have you been?
Nowhere.
Well, I was wondering when you'd ever return my text messages.
I was drunk.
Yeah.
Nah.
That's what everybody thinks anyways.
Yeah.
Because we have a beer podcast that we're just like
Drunk
constantly
all the
drunk.
time.
All the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what
Every
today
day.
is when this comes out?
What is it?
April Fool's Day.
That's right. It
Yeah.
comes out on April the 1st.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know that you had said earlier that you had a story that you wanted to tell about how, unlike every other day when you make your kids cry,
Yes.
this was a different way that you made them
This was
cry.
for a noble reason. So
Okay.
it was April Fool's. And I think you can just like get away with making your kids cry.
Right.
Okay. So it was 2 years ago. I thought it was last year, but it was 2 years ago.
Okay.
So Reagan, my youngest, was only 3 years old.
Oh, so she was more impressionable. That's good.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that was definitely the year to
Perfect.
do it.
She was old enough for those memories to haunt her dreams.
Yes. So, but just stupid enough where you could like pre-announce what's going on.
Right.
So Colby's like, oh, I'm just going to wash these sharp knives. And so he's like in the kitchen sink washing the knives with a bottle of ketchup, like the stupidest thing ever.
Yeah.
And just swings his arm out and there's ketchup flowing down
my
his arm
God.
onto the tile. And the kids just start bawling.
Freaking out.
And then I'm like, you are not cool under pressure. Like,
Yeah.
what if he was really doing that and I
Right,
wasn't
right.
at home? Your father would have died.
Yeah. Like nobody called 911.
Yeah, you think you're crying now.
At 3, you should be on your toes.
I know.
Like,
I
ready to
trained
go.
you better.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
trained for the apocalypse,
No.
kids.
Oh, do you? You have a roll of duct tape?
Oh, yeah. We've got a whole kind of bunker underneath.
nice.
We have a lot of pork and beans.
Nice. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Pork and beans.
Well, I
Yummy.
thought it's like sustenance, you know?
Yeah. No,
but
I
then
get
I
it.
never thought
Protein.
about the ventilation, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's gross.
That's pretty gross. Yeah.
I can't, I'm not good at April Fool's jokes because I start laughing.
Oh, you can't make
I
it
lose
through?
it. No, I can't do it. I can't commit.
Oh.
You know? I think one time I told my brother I was pregnant, but I was laughing the whole time, and he was like, this is like the weirdest reaction to being pregnant ever. And I was like, that's because I'm not pregnant, and I'm not. It's
He's like,
yeah,
I know you would not be this happy.
Yeah, you would be crying right
If
now.
you were sobbing, crying, maybe I would take
Yeah.
this. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I was like, I had an abortion. Ah! No, that didn't happen.
So tonight, for the first time, we're at the Flying Saucer.
We
in San Antonio,
are.
Texas.
Super exciting. It's our first time to record here, which is
I know.
awesome.
I know. I always love this place too. This is one of my first places that I came to get a beer after I turned 21.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. We come here a lot.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I like to sit outside on the patio.
It's so nice. It's
Yeah.
a beautiful day too, and it's packed
Gorgeous.
here. It's on a
It is-
Monday.
It's happy hour. People just got off of work. It's Monday.
It's perfect.
Yeah, it's perfect.
We are also here today with Victory Brewing. We have Aaron Anderson from
Super
Victory
exciting.
here
Thank
with
you
us.
for joining us at the table.
Hello. Thank you very
Hi.
much. It's a pleasure.
Thanks. And we also have Jill Robbins here. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
So excited.
Are you ready to have a beer with us?
Yeah, I'm ready to have a beer.
Jill is a local blogger, and also you have a show coming out soon, right?
I do, the Listen To Your Mother show.
Nice.
Yes.
I'm not going to let my mother actually listen to this podcast.
Me either.
'Cause I don't like listening to my mom.
I never listen to
Your
my mother.
mom's
Yeah.
super supportive. Your mom
She's
comes to a
super
lot of
supportive
stuff.
in a very loving, passive-aggressive way. Yes, she
In a
is.
very loving, judgmental way.
Yes.
Yes. Exactly.
Perfect.
And now you have like the only way I could say is like a shit ton of followers.
A shit ton of followers.
You do.
Are we allowed to say shit on here?
You can say
I think
actually
so.
whatever you would like to.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. We're not regulated by
a feces ton
anybody.
of followers. Okay.
Oops.
So, but does anybody in your blog know that you live in San Antonio, Texas?
I have a medium-ish small blogging audience. A shit ton is being kind, but thank you.
For my world, you are.
I think I have just a mom following.
Yeah.
I don't target local people in San Antonio, but I've connected with some folks like you who just happen to live here. But it's not really a local flavor blog, so I am pretty much an oversharer by nature. So it's all out there. I've already tagged all of you on Facebook.
Yes, perfect. You're on the perfect podcast for oversharing.
They know I'm here.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Perfect.
Thank you, I think.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Do you like being outnumbered by women, Aaron?
I don't really mind.
Okay.
Oh, good.
It
Okay.
doesn't bother me.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Good.
I'm outnumbered a lot.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you have kids?
I do not.
Married?
I am married. I have 5 dog children.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
Nice.
Actually 4, then a roommate. There'll be kids in the future, but yeah, right now just 4 dog children.
We're
That's
going to
nice.
scare the
Plenty.
desire to have children
I
out
know.
of you.
Yeah. Sit at this table for 5 minutes, and then you're
Great.
going to be like, oh, shit.
Well, I'm the one. It's funny. I'm the one that wants to have kids, and my wife.
We'll
is-
fix that.
Your wife is smarter than you. That's
like,
why.
Yeah, okay,
she's smarter.
Whatever.
Aaron's wife.
Yeah.
Listen real quick.
Hold on to that dream
We're about
for
to
as long
break
as you
this down.
can.
Colby, my husband, was the same way.
Yeah.
Don't
I won't give up.
listen to
Yeah,
him.
don't. No, my ex-husband was the same way too. He's like, I just want to have 100 kids with you. And then after 2, he's like, ah. And I'm like, yeah, shut up. Stop saying that. It's a lot of diapers, man.
I'm sticking at 3 right now.
3?
And she's sticking at 0, but she's already agreed to have at least 1.
Okay, so you're compromising as you
Yeah.
go. That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's
3
perfect.
is a good number. I have 3 kids.
Yeah, I do too. I have
think it's
3.
important for
Yeah.
the children to
I think-
outnumber the
three's-
adults.
Yeah.
3's good until they start becoming teenagers, and then everything changes and shifts. And
It
that's-
depends how difficult your second is. So I had 2, and I was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what my mom
Yeah.
did with me. I was the
Yeah.
second,
yeah.
and then she was done.
Yeah.
You were the little Hellraiser.
It was a little bit different than that, but we don't have to get into that.
Oh,
We should ask
we'll get
her.
into that afterwards.
Oh, wow.
That'll be the post show.
Wow. So today, actually, we are trying Victory's Summer Love.
We are, which is sultry. Bye, guys.
Hey, we've got friends from
you
Alamo
later.
walking out, St. Arnold.
Thanks for not staying.
So do I just get to drink this?
So yes,
Yes.
let's drink it.
Pretty
Let's
much.
take it.
Yes.
Let's.
That's so exciting.
I'm already halfway done with mine.
No,
Can
that's
you,
fine. It's good.
while we try this, will you tell us a little bit about the beer?
Sure. Summer Love is our summer seasonal, obviously.
Oh my
first
God,
comes
it's good.
first. So it's a slightly hoppier blonde ale.
Okay.
All Pilsner malt. It's got Citra hop is like the main hop that you're going to taste. A little bit of
Mm-hmm.
Tettnang that's in the floral aspect of it, and then it also has Simcoe.
What's
So,
Simcoe?
Simcoe is more of an American style hop,
Okay.
higher alpha acid.
Okay.
Pretty old. It's a new world hop because it's ours. It's American, but it's also one that's been around for a long time.
Nice.
Citra is more of a newer hop.
It's really good because it's like easy to drink.
Uh-huh.
Right. It's a little lighter. I like that. What's the ABV on this? Do you know?
5.2.
Oh,
Perfect.
So it's perfect.
Yeah.
It's
It's a good
perfect.
session beer.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I love it.
I really do too because there's enough of that hop flavor for you, but it's not overbearing.
But it's not
Like, you could-
overpowering.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We actually, I think it was 5 years ago. I'm not exactly sure, so don't quote me on that part, even though I'm technically being quoted.
I hate to break it to you, but
Oh yeah. Well, we came up with this with a group out of Philly, the Love Philly, and they kind of helped design the package, the can. And
Okay.
It's been our #1 seasonal ever since.
Nice.
It sells like summer love.
Sounds like summer love.
I don't know how else to
Sounds
put it.
like the summer of 1963. Remember that summer? No.
Yeah, like it was yesterday.
Like I wasn't even born yet. That's how I remember it.
Summer love. Do you have any
Good summer love?
memorable summer loves, Jill?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you want to share them with us?
No.
No. I feel like all my
That was
summer.
short.
My husband's sitting right over here.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh, yeah.
Hi.
I
Hi, Jill's
can't
husband.
make up a lot of shit
No,
about
no, I
him
got it.
because
Yeah, yeah,
he's
yeah.
right there.
I get it. I
Not
feel like-
really, but I keep. I'm having like Grease flashbacks. Grease
Oh,
the musical.
summer
that.
lovin' has me a blast.
I sing that song almost constantly in the summer because
Do you?
of this
Because of
beer.
this beer?
Yeah, it just gets
Perfect.
stuck in your head, and everyone sings it around you
Yeah.
when you're doing tastings. It's I don't mind it though.
Have
That
you
was-
done anything with the song?
No, not that you know of.
That was
Oh. Maybe there was a
That's
little
so many secrets on this podcast, which is
secret
weird.
Broadway
I
musical
know.
happening.
I feel like Grease is
Victory.
probably my very favorite movie when I was young, and
Yeah.
now I realize that that's probably when I got older. That's why I liked guys that treat me badly.
I know.
'Cause I watched Grease all the time.
Yes, I watched it too, and I was like, "Oh, he's like being
He's an
super
asshole. He's
forceful."
such a jerk. Yeah, that and Reality Bites just completely ruined me for like
Yeah.
all of life. Yeah, I know. It's horrible.
I used to have the Grease soundtrack on an LP that shows you how old I am. But I did the dancing around my bedroom,
Yeah.
singing into my hairbrush.
I know. Trying to pierce my own ear.
See, but now that gives away nothing because now everything's on LP again.
Yeah, I know.
So you could say I had
Yeah.
the Grease,
Or-
and then
could've
you
been
could have picked it
yesterday.
up
Are
last week.
LPs like coming back?
Yeah,
in or
vinyl's back.
something?
Yep.
I had no idea.
You can go to Urban Outfitters and get like any new
Yeah.
one. You can go up to half
You
price.
can get Hotline
book.
Bling on vinyl now.
You can.
That seems wrong.
I know. I know. It's
I know.
it's very.
It's wrong when my 14-year-old daughter's like, but you can hear the quality, and I'm like, shut up.
Shut
Yeah.
up.
Put a CD in.
Yes.
Download it on iTunes. Okay.
It's part of the fun on vinyl.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, are we talking about vinyl or
Or what? Yeah.
did you? Is anybody wearing vinyl?
I'm not wearing
No.
vinyl. I was telling Brady
No.
though that
Okay, no, just making
I put
sure.
this dress on earlier, and I bought it last year, and it was fine when I was leaving the house. And then I went to go sit in my car, and I felt like I had like a human condom on, and I was like, this was stupid.
Yeah, I had the whole butt sticking. to
Yeah,
the
like
seat, too.
I don't
It's
understand
a
what happened to my
wonderful
dress right now. It
humidity.
just shrunk 3 inches.
We're
This is not
super
appropriate.
glad. We're sitting at like a skinnier, long table, and we're super glad there's a tablecloth on the other
Yes.
side because otherwise everybody'd be like, oh, so that's how they
Yeah.
sell their merchandise.
Oh.
Okay.
There's where Catherine's kids came from. I was
Wow.
wondering.
Hello.
This is a classy establishment, remember?
Yes,
Yes,
yeah.
yes,
And this is
yes.
a classic podcast, so that wouldn't even make sense.
They knew. That's why they put up the tablecloth.
Right.
They're like, we've heard about Catherine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They just like walk around with a black bar all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Censor myself.
So is this year-round or seasonal?
No, so this is our summer seasonal.
Wait, I thought it was a winter seasonal. Summer love?
That's
Yeah,
weird.
it's kind of confusing,
Yeah, it
right?
is a little confusing.
It's confusing because it has summer in the name, and then you just can't tell if it's
I know.
winter,
Yeah,
spring,
yeah,
fall.
yeah.
But yeah, it's summer.
Right on.
It just released. Actually, it's not. It usually doesn't release till April 1st. We get a little bit earlier in Texas because it's really,
it's Texas.
close.
really freaking hot here.
Yeah. Nice.
Hey.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
It was
I like
hot
it.
like last weekend.
It was.
It's pretty nice right now.
Yeah.
It was. It did turn out nicer.
Yeah, it's beautiful right now.
It
I
is
think.
beautiful.
It's like in the 80s, I think.
It's beautiful because I'm staring into your eyes right now.
Oh, stop.
Oh, stop.
What did I
So
tell you
like
about
the
flirting with
hot
me?
stuff.
Summer love.
Happened so fast. I was.
I was commenting
ready.
on
I'm waiting.
on
I'm
their
waiting.
on their comments.
I'm
Just
so
looking at
sorry.
your
It's really
eyes.
embarrassing because Brady flirts with me all the time, and I tell her to stop, and she doesn't. And it's becoming an issue, but we'll talk about it later. But it's too much.
You should notify your HR team.
Right. That's what I said. Except that she is the HR. So.
She turned in.
Correct.
She turned
Yeah.
in a complaint, and I was like, "Well, I'll talk to her." And
Yeah.
then I took myself to the back
And then
room.
and then she started talking to me, and she was rubbing my back, and she was doing it, and I was like, "This is exactly what I mean."
It's got more and more appropriate as the day went on. Then is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, if you wouldn't wear your condom dress like you're asking for it, Catherine,
I am asking for it.
if you would dress more appropriately
I
at
know.
work.
I know.
Oh, so
I know.
bad.
That's what
so
happens
bad.
when you drink beer all day too. I
Yeah.
guess,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly.
I think that line
Exactly.
came straight out of Bill Cosby's dialogue.
Did
If you wouldn't wear that
You were
condom
asking
dress
for
like you
it.
were asking for
Right.
it.
Exactly.
Well, then, so where can, is this come in bottles, cans?
It has not been released in cans or bottles yet.
Okay.
It'll be in a couple of weeks. So right now you can only find it on draft. We basically bring it in a little bit early. My excuse is South by Southwest, but it's just so I can get it here earlier.
Yes.
nice.
So we get it in Austin a little bit earlier, and our warehouse that we distribute out of comes down to San Antonio.
Nice.
But yeah, it'll be a week or two before you see it in bottle or can. We actually have cans coming too.
Cool.
Okay, because I was gonna say this would be a super good float beer.
Oh, I was going to say a shotgunning beer. But
Oh,
floating
yeah.
Oh
as well.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Oh, this is a Shotgun Friday.
That's a Shotgun Friday beer, yeah.
Yeah, I totally got schooled about Shotgun Friday, by the way.
Why?
Did I send you that
You got
screenshot?
schooled?
Yeah.
By a beer snob?
Not a beer snob, a fellow beer cohort, James Simpson.
He schooled you on shotgunning?
He schooled me on Shotgun Friday.
Okay. It was a song or like somebody.
Somebody's.
It's a thing.
It's a
Shotgun Friday is something that was, I don't know, it's been going around for a while. It was actually, it's a big thing in the beer community.
Right.
I'm not going to cite the people that do it, but there's a lot.
Well, there's two
a
sitting
big
right
group.
here,
There's
so.
a big group of people
I
that
have
do
no
it.
idea what
But
this
there's
is.
also-
You don't know what shotgunning is?
No idea.
Okay, so shotgunning basically is like, first of all, let me just start by saying,
I've got cans in the car.
we'll do it later, but let me just start by saying that I hadn't done it since like college, right? And then we started this podcast and we got really into the beer community, and all of a sudden these grown-ass people were shotgunning beers, and I was like, I don't think
No
I can
wonder
do
you guys
this.
have like HR issues.
Oh yeah,
all
of
the
course.
grab-assing
Of
and
course.
stuff.
So basically, you puncture a hole in the side of the can, and you flip the top, and you drink it out of the side. It's supposed to supposedly go down faster. For whatever reason, it gags me and makes me vomit every single time. I can't do it properly for some reason, but I try like a
You
trooper.
definitely need schooled then.
Yeah, I need to be schooled on it. But I think it's
grown-ass people still do this?
grown-ass people, madam.
crazy.
Yeah.
They got two of them sitting right here. We've done it.
They didn't
We've done
listen
it
to their
on
moms.
film.
We did, but we hadn't in years.
But what I think is funny is that like we don't really do it all the way. Like I'll do it like for like a second, and then I'm like, fuck this, I'm not doing it.
If your mother told you to...
Has my mother told me to stop?
Yeah, would you...
Well, I think after I
passive-aggressive way.
chugged a beer in the shower for this podcast, she didn't have much to say after that.
she's like, that's fine. You
She's
can
like,
shotgun.
okay, I get
Yeah.
it now, I get it.
Yeah,
But I was like,
that's
but look, Mom, I'm not really naked.
There's a towel.
At least
I have
if
a towel on.
you're in the shower, you can at least wash it off.
And not only
With-
that,
with
but
your
like,
shame.
let me just say that there's a lot of water coming at you, so you don't have to actually chug it. I just kind of poured it in front of my mouth, and nobody could
can't
tell.
tell the difference.
You can't
It's
tell
good,
the
it's good for your
difference.
hair.
It's
That's
good for your
abuse,
hair.
though. That's just abuse.
Yeah, well, it was like 10 a.m. I didn't want to get drunk.
I don't agree with that.
I know.
Okay, well, I'm
That is
sorry.
sad. That is sad.
Sorry, it's a little behind
It
the
wasn't
magic.
a victory, so you don't have to cry. As
No,
hard.
it wasn't.
Yeah.
It
That's
wasn't.
fine
victory.
then.
Yeah.
You were pouring out some.
Real low.
Never mind.
Tell
I'm
me
not going to
more,
say anything
tell
after you said the beer.
No, I was baiting you to say something. That's why I did it.
We told you we would lead you.
We have a very good
we
relationship with
we
them.
love Brad.
Well, he's left them as well, but Eric Ogershock's a good friend of ours.
Oh,
He-
good.
He came from Victory.
Okay.
And then worked for Real Ale.
Oh,
Now
nice.
He left and
Yeah.
lives in Houston. He's going
Cool.
to start a
Nice.
brew pub there at some point.
Oh, nice.
Very cool.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Shout
So
out
I
to
guess
Eric
you've
Ogershock.
never shotgunned a beer before, then, Jill?
I haven't.
No. Have you ever done a keg stand?
No.
No. Oh,
Is this
No.
only because your husband's behind you?
No.
Okay,
I didn't hit my wild times until I was like a lot older.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
had
when you
my-
could afford to not have to do those things.
Pretty
probably.
much, yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty much like that.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I'm missing that much.
No, you didn't.
I don't think so either.
You probably just like didn't get pregnant.
Yeah. You can, and there's Photoshop nowadays. You can just Photoshop your upside down head
definitely.
on like another.
On anybody else
Yeah.
doing a
Oh,
keg stand.
wow.
Yeah.
There's an idea.
I don't know
Yeah.
if it makes you cool.
I have a project now.
To do a keg
I'm not
stand?
sure there's a reason to.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
I haven't done a keg stand since I was in
I am not
college.
cool. I am not even a little bit cool.
I didn't even think that doing keg stands when I did them at 18 was cool. I just felt
No.
I was just dizzy.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think guys just get girls to do it so they can squash their
didn't-
boobs.
for
I
sure.
didn't play beer pong until I was over 40. so,
I don't like
yeah.
beer pong.
I don't
because
like
I
beer
don't like
pong.
dirty balls in my beer. It's gross.
Well, dirty balls.
Yeah, like they fall on the ground and then they put the
If we
balls
play,
back
if you
in
play
there.
it with water and then you're drinking the beer on the side,
Exactly. I might have played some yesterday, and
You might have?
where the ball's dirty though, is
possible.
what I'm
Actually,
saying.
it was
like,
Saturday, but we play with
that's
water.
Gross. Oh, okay.
We play with water.
And then you drink the beer.
Yeah.
Okay.
but after like 4 or 5 hours of playing beer pong, maybe I'm drinking the beer out of the cup and throwing the dirty ball in.
Maybe
Yeah.
I like some dirty balls after 4 or 5
Yeah.
hours of beer pong.
Maybe I
I
wanna
don't know. Maybe
liven
I
up
do.
my life.
Maybe I do. I don't know.
I don't know.
Or a flip cup.
Oh,
That's a dangerous
That's
game.
what we play at camp.
I know, and I could only play 10 minutes of
I
it.
feel
Yeah.
like my youth was like wasted and
Yeah.
you know, I just
Actually, it wasn't wasted because you
No.
remember it.
Yeah, because you remember every minute of
Yes,
it.
yes. You were not wasted at all.
I made up for it later. But
Good.
yeah.
We should get you to camp one year.
Camp?
Camp?
We love camping.
Camp.
Oh, well,
Women's camp.
it's like
that camp.
That camp.
Wow,
Yeah.
it's like women. It's like Girls Gone Wild,
You
but there's no
invited-
camping.
It is not like Girls
You,
Gone
you
Wild.
invited me to that on Facebook, and I was like, well, this looks fun.
I went last year and I walked in and let me just say, Brandy's really
Do
the only
not
female
say
that I like.
it was Girls Gone
But
Wild.
no, it's not naked. It's not like that. But I walked in and there was just like nothing but women everywhere, and they had been drinking and stuff, and I was
Oh,
like,
that sounds awful.
And there's-
right? It sounds like it's gonna be
terrible.
but it wasn't.
That's so
They were also
boring.
happy and well, I was afraid that people were gonna be like catty or like there were gonna be some cat fights because there was a lot of women, but nothing happened. If
They
anything,
enjoy getting yelled at.
the
by-
only thing,
Yes.
the only thing that I really felt was a lot of peer pressure to get really drunk, and I was like,
gosh, that's
oh, it's
awful.
10.
It's terrible.
You guys know it's 10, right? Like I'm a little tired. I
This
think
sounds horrible to me.
it's awful. Yeah,
But
it's terrible.
if I don't have to be there,
I would try.
Yeah.
I would try it once, just as a professional courtesy.
Yes.
To
Oh yeah, well that's nice of you.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
to
yeah,
do
yeah.
it.
Just to do it.
I know.
I'm shaking my head yes, and I realize you can't hear my head shaking. But you should do that. That's why I'm speaking. You should probably do that.
Yeah.
It's a courtesy.
And
Yeah.
there's mimosas, there's hangover yoga,
That sounds
there's
awful.
crafts.
Yeah.
Mimosas
Yeah.
and yoga.
Yeah.
I hate
There's hard
mimosas,
liquor.
Just saying right
You
now.
do?
Yeah.
Do you
I don't
like a beer
champagne.
mosa?
Oh,
Yeah,
gross. So
Golden
I love.
Monkey.
I love a mimosa.
Yeah?
Those
Yeah,
make
those
the
are
best
delicious.
mimosa.
Which one? Okay, so the Golden Monkey?
Golden Monkey, they don't
Which
have it
one's-
right now. That's our number one selling beer. Golden Monkey mimosas, and it's in a can too. If you want to shotgun something, shotgun
nice.
9.5% Golden Monkey.
I like
Tell
this.
us about Golden Monkey. So what kind of beer is that?
So Golden Monkey, which is we have bottles of it.
Uh-huh.
It's available in cans now as well. So great for shotgunning.
Nice.
But it's a 9.5% Belgian
Cool.
Tripel. The number one selling craft Belgian triple in the U.S. actually.
Oh wow.
It's our number
Wow.
one beer.
Nice. I've kind of
Interesting.
been, that's funny, because I've kind of been on a triple kick. Like every time I go somewhere, I'm like looking for something
Yeah.
else.
I
And
might be able to provide you with one as long as you
Oh.
promise to shotgun.
I
we can make that
promise
promise.
that. Yeah.
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 Okay.
Promise
Yeah.
made.
I'll see
Promise
if I can
done.
provide.
Perfect.
I might have to provide 3 so you can actually enjoy one of them.
Right.
Okay.
I
Okay.
have to be
We'll
breaking
see.
my shotgun cherry then.
Well,
Oh.
we're open to breaking all cherries on this podcast.
I think that's called
Well,
busting your shotgun
busting.
cherry.
Busting,
Yes, busting.
breaking.
Yeah.
breaking.
Yeah. And then we'll make a nice.
If it's broken, it's going to be a bad night.
Yeah.
I've broken my cherry.
It won't be the first. It's fine.
My cherry's broken.
My cherry's broken. That's gross.
It's just like, hey, Tina, we've been
Took a
dating for
bad
6
turn.
months. Do you think it's about time? I can't, Paul. My cherry's broken.
Who are these people though? Like, are they,
Like
those are not
reminds me
Texans.
of the
I don't
I've
know.
fallen and I can't get up lady.
I don't know. I don't know if I want you in my cherry.
You know the saddest part is Tina's my mom's name, and then we know Paul Vega and Paul Ford.
Oh.
So one of those
by the way,
guys.
I don't know anybody who's out there. Paul Vega, shout out from No Label. We're still trying to get him to impregnate somebody.
Yeah.
Ladies, we're
So-
still on the hunt.
We have a sign-up list.
We have a sign-up list. We hear he's strong like a bull. So if you want that, just email us at shescraftypodcast@gmail.com. He's looking for a lady. Perfect. To impregnate. He'll really like that too. He loves it every time I say that. So I'm just going to keep saying it.
Yes.
It's his favorite thing.
Earlier, you were talking about when she was in the shower with the beer about that it being good for hair. I think we can make up a whole beauty regimen with beer.
Oh, yeah, that's a good
Oh,
idea.
that is an
Like
awesome
beer-
idea.
I think that's a fantastic
Beer
blog
face
post.
masks, beer
beer
foot
lip
soaps.
balm,
Yeah.
beer.
There is beer lip balm already.
Is there?
Oh,
I can
damn.
tell you that.
Like a beer
Oatmeal
pedicure.
stouts are really good for your hair. Oatmeal stouts.
Really?
Oh.
Who knew?
Are these
It's
real
oatmeal.
facts?
It's oatmeal. It's got to be.
Oh,
No.
okay.
No,
Oh.
this is not founded.
Aaron, the
Okay.
stylist.
Because I'm like,
assuming.
what, Aaron?
I'm just assuming that oatmeal is good
Yeah,
for your
you would
skin.
think
It's
so.
gotta
Oh,
be.
yeah.
You have our
Yeah.
attention now. You see, we're all just
Definitely,
like,
definitely.
I
We're
can
real.
bull-
You
I can
reeled us
bullshit
in.
really well.
No, I like it. It's good. It's perfect.
Aaron's like BFF with Tim Gunn, so.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah, you could use it like in your pedicure.
Exactly.
where,
You guys
yeah,
can't see this, but Aaron's fingers are very nicely manicured.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a
They're
pretty peach
beautiful.
color.
Yeah, it's nice.
That's nice.
It's got the one hot pink pinky.
They're like, oh, that's a
Yeah.
V. Oh, is
I
that
like that.
airbrush on your fingers? That's really
It says
nice.
Diva
Oh,
on his right hand.
That's really cute. And the
It's-
other side says cup. That's awesome.
Yes.
It's all true.
That's beautiful.
You can't see it, so you can't
Gorgeous.
prove it's not.
Yeah.
That makes me so glad that I no longer have my lady time. I tell you what.
Oh,
The Diva
are you
Cup.
past it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God bless you, girlfriend.
Did you
yeah.
throw a party? I feel like I would throw a party.
No, but I was really happy.
I think-
Were you?
Yeah, it was.
But what is the journey like? I'm afraid of the journey.
Oh, I'm still on the journey.
Oh,
I
are
had
you?
a hysterectomy, so I got,
Yeah. Oh, I
got the
see.
no period, but I still have. I'm sorry. I
Welcome.
told you I would.
It's okay.
I told you I would get the.
He has Diva Cup airbrushed on his nails.
Any
It's fine.
desire
Who
to
knows?
reproduce. No.
Who knows?
I still have the hot flashes and crazy.
Oh, do you? The hot flashes and the crazy? Yeah.
The Diva Cup is like all the rage now. All my 30 and 40 something friends are
the hit.
jumping on the bandwagon.
I can't get into it.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah. Like, I don't want a cereal bowl to, like, you know what I mean?
I bedazzled it, but then all of those little jewels got lost, and I had like 25 on there. I've only found 13.
He looks like he's so traumatized.
Well, you know what?
I'm just
We're gonna
let me know when we're going on to the next,
I'm gonna help you. I'll
section
help
of
you.
this.
I'll help you.
Okay.
I'll help you find them. It's not a big deal.
You be careful. She'd probably like make that into harassment. Or something.
My wife is going to love this podcast.
Oh,
by the way.
good.
Yes.
Yeah. It's normally not this female heavy, but what the fuck? Let's just do it. Why not?
She might
welcome.
kind of come back on that whole 3 kids
Thank
thing.
you, Aaron, for bringing all the lady to the table.
You're
I
welcome.
really appreciate it.
That's what I do.
I think it transitioned well from flying saucer to like flying cup. So
Yes.
yeah,
Yes. I know I'm fascinated by menopause because I'm 37.
Yeah.
But my mom went through early menopause, and my boyfriend is considerably younger than me, and I keep thinking like, how am I going to tell him if I have a change? Like that's not cute and sexy.
Know.
Oh, he'll know.
Oh, he'll know.
'Cause I'll be crazy?
Your head will like spin
Oh, God.
around.
See, no.
Yeah, it's
just
crazy.
freak him out, and when you start acting different, just say I'm pregnant, and then he'll be like, "What?"
Just
and it's
kidding.
like, just kidding. It's just menopause.
It's just
like, don't
menopause.
freak out. Don't
Yeah,
freak out.
it's
It's not a
fine.
big deal.
It's like
no
a
kids.
lot like pregnancy. It's like pregnancy and puberty, but nobody thinks
But
it's
I
cute.
don't. You know what?
It's
I
not
don't
cute.
really get PMS, so I feel like maybe I'll be safe.
I didn't either.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Aaron, do you get PMS?
What about you? Do you get premenstrual?
No, I'm pretty good.
Are you?
pretty
You're-
potent.
Yeah,
you're on
I'm
the
pretty even
straight and
keeled.
narrow?
That's good. That's really good.
All right.
I feel like guys like still there's some sort of hormonal reaction happening inside your
I've
body
heard there
sometimes.
is, but I'm pretty even,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
All right.
You don't like cry at Kleenex commercials or you
No.
want to are your eggs
Do your nipples get sore? Like, well, on like the 27th of the month?
No, not on certain days, just when my wife makes them that way.
Oh, God. Hello.
I wonder if like guys because he wants to have kids. I wonder
Yeah.
if like his I don't know, like his vas deferens cry or something like
His what?
vas. Go through anatomy. I only know this because my husband got clipped.
What is-
so I know
I'm
what the
trying
vas
to like
deferens are.
What is
recall my
vas
7th
deferens?
grade
And
science lesson.
I'm just going to space out again.
Yeah,
It's
I would
just-
just check out for a minute.
It's just a sperm tunnel.
the sperm tank?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
tunnel, not the tank.
Oh, tunnel.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm always have beer on my mind. So, like,
Science.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, enough about weepy
Well, that was
testes.
awesome.
All right, okay.
Cool.
So we're going to take a short break.
On that note,
We're going to come back,
Yay.
and we're not going to talk about
we're not going to talk about testes or
I can't
The
promise
change
not
of
to
life?
talk about testes, but we'll
right,
we'll
whatever.
move past them.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you no good, metal wearing, funnel cake eating, beer spilling, Tejano dancing, drunk white girls screaming idiots. You're on a fiesta team. We are on a mission to buy every single thing BarbacoApparel sells. Get your papers and pencils out. This is where we're going. April 1st, First Friday at Hemisphere. April 2nd, the Essay Book Festival at Central Library. April 8th through 9th, Maverick Music Festival at La Vieta. And April 23rd, King William Fair in Southtown. They've got a booth on Johnson Street. You should all have been pre-gaming and preparing for this for the last few months. Water loading, competitive eating, especially with anything on a stick. I put anything on a stick, I tell you. A Snickers bar, an apple, a grilled cheese sandwich, some cilantro. I even managed to put Cheerios and milk on a stick because I'm serious about this and you should be too. If you forget which Fiesta events we need to go to buy all the BarbacoApparel swag, you you can go to their website at BarbacoApparel.com. And if for any reason you're a disgusting waste of a human being and you can't make it to a Fiesta event, then you can go to BarbacoApparel.com and buy something online. Maybe you want a La Calavera tea. Maybe you want a bean and cheese tea. Maybe you hate bean and cheese tacos and you want a carne asada tea. I don't care what it is, but you're gonna need to buy it. You're gonna need to wear it, and maybe you're gonna need to gift it. Start heading down to First Friday at Hemisphere and look for the Barbacoa Apparel booth and tell them She's Crafty sent you.
Sometimes we feel really tech stupid. Or maybe we just drink too much. But it's difficult to drink a beer and create amazing graphics for the She's Crafty podcast. It's really hard to figure out our new smartphones and still consume our favorite IPAs. So when we need help, we turn to Willie D at RGD Designs. RGD Designs is our favorite resource for just about everything from graphics to tech tutorials and reviews. Check out his YouTube channel before you dive into your next technological device. Go to his website at rgddesigns.com to see examples of his awesome graphic design work. Don't put down that beer. Just leave it up to Willie D at RGD Designs. You can find Willie D on YouTube and at his website, rgddesigns.com.
Hi, this is Joel from the Flying Saucer. How are you?
Hey, Joel, what's up?
Well, I'm checking out this game that I have no clue about.
How was your day?
My day was pretty good.
What'd you have for lunch?
I had some leftover Indian food from
that actually sounds really
pretty
great.
Darn good.
I think you're too handsome. You just startled Catherine, and she just spilled her drink. I know.
It was the Indian food?
It happens.
Yeah.
It happens. That's a very wise choice, though. I'd say so.
Yeah. Well, thanks. It was good meeting you.
Nice meeting you, too. You can find us on iTunes and She'sCraftyPodcast.com.
I can do what?
Find us on iTunes and She'sCraftyPodcast.com.
CraftyPodcast.com.
Crafty.
I didn't say crafty.
It's okay. We're crafty.
It was the beer talking.
It's fine. It happens all.
You're not the first one to say it. It's okay.
We should probably buy that domain.
I know, we should. She's crappy.
And then just forward it.
And then forward
That'd
it.
be
Exactly.
perfect. We can share this one, Catherine.
Okay. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened there.
We got too many wires going on.
Yes, too many wires. Although I was a little sweaty, so it cooled off my legs. So
Okay, perfect. Well, welcome back from break, you guys.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. We're back.
Welcome back. Welcome
We
back.
made friends.
Welcome back.
We made some friends. Which is awesome. Anybody else that'd like to come up to the table and take shout out to the beer nuts is more than welcome. I love how engaged this crowd is.
But we will ask you what you had for lunch.
We will ask you what you had for lunch. That's
I'm trying to
right.
remember what I had for lunch now.
I had a ham sandwich.
I ate a gummy bear. I'm trying to lose weight. Oh my god.
Was it a special gummy bear?
You ate a whole gummy bear?
I wish, right?
Like acid?
Like something shipped from Colorado. Not like hardcore. Just maybe.
You didn't tell me you had those kinds of gummy bears.
Maybe a pot bear, but like, I mean, that
Pot
would
bear?
be good. Yeah.
What about a gummy bear that has like a little beer center?
That would be good.
That'd be yummy.
A clear center?
A beer center.
Oh.
Like just a little pocket right there.
Maybe like a little
sour.
Like a sour or like yes.
Like a gusher.
Yes, but beer in the middle.
That would be perfect right there, actually.
Really?
That would.
Nice.
Kirsch Goza.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Nice sour cherry beer.
So
would be great.
you're so kind to give us this bottle of beer, right? And we often get some gifts of beer, right?
Yeah, we were sent 2 cans of beer, also by, I'm sure, your friends at Independence.
That's nice.
Yes.
They sent us beer?
They
sent,
did.
Not us, because I haven't seen that beer yet.
Right. It was 2 cans.
And she drank them both.
She probably did.
I saved one of the cans.
Okay.
But it's empty.
That's okay. Yeah, you know what? It's okay because we got a box of beer from Maine one time, and I thought that she was sending you a box as well. And
Perfect.
I drank that entire box with my boyfriend.
Now
and then I was like, "Oh, Brandi never got any of that beer," and I thought that it was just for me, and that she was going to send you a box as well. So we're even.
Okay,
it's totally fine.
This was like
it was just one can.
This is like the magically reproducing beer because I thought that I had one in the fridge and then one not chilled so that I could give it to Catherine.
Yeah.
And so, no, as soon as I drank the one in the fridge, I guess I mindlessly forgot days later that I did. Colby moved the other one and put it in the fridge, my husband, to make sure it chilled. And I was like, I guess I did drink that beer.
It's completely fine.
It's totally understandable.
Yeah. Like,
Typically,
we all
blame
know
it
how
on the
selfish
husband.
Brandi is.
Yeah.
It's totally.
Blame it on the husband.
It's
easy.
totally fine. No, I feel
Yeah.
better because I drank that whole box from Amanda, the great beer inventor.
All right.
And I thought we were going to get
So
another
what's
box.
a box of beer? Is
She
it
sent us
like
a box of like just random beers from Maine that she just really loved.
Ooh.
And I drank them all with my boyfriend. And then I realized that Brandi, hi, how are you?
I think they were side-eye flirting with
that was
you.
a little weird. But I drank the whole box. Oh, the whole box. There were like 8 beers in there. We drank over lunch. I was like, we have to taste all these beers. And we drank all of them. And then Brandi kept saying, oh, I never got my box. I never got my box. And then we realized like the box was never coming for Brandi. There was one box, and it came to my house.
So you can technically just say you went and worked on your 8-pack.
I went
Yes.
and
At
worked.
lunch.
Yes,
Exactly.
That's exactly.
So-
Well, I was
Health
podcast.
conscious.
Go-getter.
It was podcast homework that I was doing.
Exactly.
And also, yes.
I know, that's totally understandable.
Yeah, right? Like, people give us beer a lot, and, like, it would be so rude
That would
to
be
not
rude.
drink it.
Yes, exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Speaking of podcast homework, that also helps us segue into our beer education.
Our beer education.
What, you want to learn something?
Yes, I do.
So today, actually after the break, we got some samples of the
Dirtwolf.
Yes. So tell us a little bit about Dirtwolf from Victory, Aaron.
Okay, so Dirtwolf is our double IPA. It's a very, very citrusy, very bright, very clean IPA. So it's not super bitter though, comparatively, which is kind of how we're going to lead into that.
I've never tasted
education.
anything like this ever.
No.
So it's very floral. So we do a lot of hopping on the latter ends of the boil.
Okay, this is really funny to me because I don't know if you know a lot about our podcast or if you listen to it, but just say
I've
that you
listened
do.
to 2 of them now.
Okay.
Not gonna lie.
So we're beer novices, right? And I would say that 6 months ago, we were not sticking our noses inside of glasses.
No.
But now, every time we get a beer, we smell it first, which is super gross.
That's not gross at all.
I put my face in there, and it's weird.
Sometimes if you get your nose a little bit wet,
Yeah.
it means you did a good job.
Oh, okay, like a dog.
Just saying,
I'm
yeah.
still
Okay,
healthy.
It's like a badge of
I'm
honor.
still healthy,
okay.
like a dog.
So tell me, I'm also tasting like
It's so sweet.
Well, most double IPAs are going to be a little bit sweeter just
Okay.
because they have a lot more malt. So this one's 8.7%, which it
Okay.
doesn't taste like it's quite that high.
Okay.
So 2.5 years ago, we do all whole hops at Victory, and we have a lot of power on what hops we get and what hops we want to experiment with. So we still do a lot of hop experiments on what different hops we grab from our hop growers. And this beer specifically, we made not really to combat, but kind of to do something different than what the West Coast brewers do. And they do very dank, very big double IPAs that have a lot of bitterness. And we wanted to make something that still had all that hop flavor, but not have all the bitterness that you would get, so you can drink it and you can drink too much of it, because I definitely have on this beer before.
the citrus flavor, like the citrus flavor is very prominent.
It's got two of the hops on here are Citra and Mosaic, 2 very popular hops.
Yeah.
Those are the 2 primary flavor hops.
Mm-hmm.
It also has Simcoe and Chinook. So those are more of the bittering hops, but we'll talk about more of that when we go over the beer education part or whatever that part
Let's go
is.
ahead and do it.
Oh,
Let's
yeah,
dive
tell
in.
us
Go
about
ahead.
that.
So on hopping, there's really three main types of hops, or three places you hop during a boil. So anything from like 30 minutes to 90 minutes, and that's until the end of the boil, is going to be mainly bittering hops. So any double IPAs are going to have a lot of bittering hops. Generally, that's how it's been in the past. Then you have flavor hops. So most American hops are going to be the flavor and mainly bittering hops. So they have higher alpha acids. Like anything you get from the Yakima Valley or most of the places in the U.S. are higher in alpha acids, which is more bittering units, which are primarily grown so you can get a lot of bitterness out of them. Now, the old noble hops most hops from the UK and from Germany and from Europe are noble hops, and they're also just more aroma hops, or you get more beta acids out of this
Are they
hop.
noble hops, or they just think they're noble hops?
Well, it's funny. They are
From the
technically.
UK.
There's certain hops that are considered
Okay.
noble.
Okay.
And there's certain ones that aren't. But
All
yeah,
right.
they're usually
I didn't know if they're just like stuck up Brits.
They
you
kind
know.
of are.
Right.
Okay.
They kind of
All
are.
right. Okay.
They have a lot of aroma. So in like any IPA, you're generally not going to have any type of a noble hop in there. But then I don't know exactly how long ago, but 3 or 4 years ago when citrus started, or I guess 5 or 6 years ago when citrus started to become prevalent, or at least when it was being grown, Citra was the first hop that was developed to be straight, just basically a flavor hop. So there used to only be bittering hops, and you kind of used them in between, and then you have the aroma hops. So aroma hops you do from like 10 to 5 minutes from the end of the boil. So like your Pilsners and your lagers are going to have a lot of aroma hops, a lot of noble hops. So what we decided to do with this beer specifically is use like all the flavor hops. Like Citra was the first hop developed to be a flavor hop. So there's the super bittering hops that you use at the beginning of the boil. Then you use flavor hops like 15 minutes to 5 minutes. And then you use the aroma hops so when you dry hop and you can use any hop for it. But this beer we designed so that we put as many hops at the end of the boil as we could. Which provides that huge amount of citrus aroma that you're getting with this without as much bitterness. So it's a little bit more expensive to do, but
where does
it makes a really cool beer.
Like the like not overly sweet, but where does that like sweetness in the flavor come from?
The sweetness is mainly going to be from, we use 100% Pilsner malt in this beer. So a lot of it's just the malt. But you need, for such a big beer like an 8.7, double IPA, you're going to need more sweetness to balance out all the hops that you have.
Right.
This one's probably one of the less sweet beers that you'll have from a double IPA standpoint, because the more alcohol you get out of the beer, the cleaner it's going to be. The more you attenuate the beer, so you get more alcohol from those sugars, you're going to have less sweetness. But you need a little bit of sweetness.
It's like sweet and tart.
It's like appley. Like I smell a lot of apple in it. Yeah. It's good.
It also reminds me, this is going to sound so weird. Like there's a taste in there that reminds me of Fresca. Like not that the whole drink tastes like Fresca, but
the
like the tartness and the
I love it.
Like pulling from my memory bank. It is so good.
It's going to be one of my new faves, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I like it.
And the name of this beer, Dirtwolf, actually came from the Latin name for hops, which is Humulus lupulus, which means dirt or earth and wolf. So when the botanist, this is just kind of a fun factoid, I guess.
Yeah.
When the person that named the hop, they thought the little hop looked like, the little cones on the hop looked like a little wolf ear.
Oh.
And so it had these little hairs on it, and so they named it Humulus lupulus, which is where we got the name of the beer, which is why it's called Dirtwolf. So there's like a little wolf growing out of the ground.
Aww. Very nice.
It's not just a badass rock name.
Or like a Dr. Seuss book. Or like the Humulus what is it? Humulus
lupulus.
Humulus lupulus.
Try to say that 5 times fast.
Yes, Humulus lupulus.
That's part of the game. Don't give it away.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
That's coming later.
Oh, well, shoot. Sorry.
Oh, gosh.
It's delicious. It's delicious. I love it. So people can get it here, right? At the
Correct.
Flying
This is
Saucer,
a full-time
where else?
beer for us too. So
Oh, it is?
you can
Okay.
get it at quite a few places, packaged, draft. It's
Comes
kind
in
of got a
bottles,
cult
cans.
following.
Does it?
No cans on this one.
No
just
cans,
bottles.
just bottles. Yeah.
Now, what are your thoughts, Jill, on Summer Love versus Dirtwolf?
I think I like the Summer Love better, but I like the Dirtwolf too. It's not something I typically like to drink. I favor the blonde ales with just a little bit of bite, and I think the Summer Love had just the right bit of hops for me. But this is it's different. I want to not like it, but I do.
Yeah.
It's a nice sipping beer.
Oh, I feel that way about my ex-husband and my boyfriend. That's nice.
That's special.
I want to not like you, but I can't help it.
Yeah.
Well, do you guys want to play a game?
Hi.
Yeah, let's. Oh, we got a contestant. She's ready to go. Look at her. She's amped up. No, you're good. However it comes out is great. If you did it wrong, it's even better. It helps. Welcome to the She's Crafty podcast.
Okay. It's not for everyone.
The name of this game is Summer
there.
Love.
Summer Love.
It's named after a victory beer.
Yes.
In this bag, we have excerpts from romance novels. Really, really bad ones.
Oh my gosh.
So what you're going to do is you're going to take it out, you're going to read it the original way, and then you're going to change it and make it about beer.
Okay.
You probably won't even know
I can try my
the
best.
excerpt.
Yeah.
I'm going to have you go last because these ladies have had some time.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, so go ahead and
I think you're ready.
I think so.
Yeah.
And then Jill and Aaron,
Okay.
you didn't know this, but you will be judging.
Yes, you're the judges.
You will be judging. Yeah.
It's better than actually
Commissioner.
playing. Judging's
Okay,
much better.
all right, perfect.
Come
I'm
on
down.
up. Who wants to go first? Okay, so tell us your... Oh, do you not want to do it? Okay.
You
tell us
do.
your name and where you're from.
My name is Kimberly. I'm from Houston.
Oh, nice.
I'm from Katy.
Houston, the house.
What's up? Woo!
Oh, hey,
All right, go Katy Tigers. Okay.
Okay, so I just read. Do I read the original?
Original first, and then your version.
Okay. So his manhood stood at full attention, stiff and stony like the vice president.
That's actually from a book?
Yeah, I found the best ones.
Sounds so seductive. Anyways, so I remixed it and said, his Shiner keg stood at full attention, ready to be popped by the next election.
Oh, and she rhymed. She's throwing down mad rhymes, Brandi. Can you handle this?
That
Hold
was
on.
Craft
My
Beer
hat.
Party
Where's my-
2016.
Yeah. Okay.
That was...
Are you ready,
That
ma'am?
was
How are
good.
you?
That was
Hi.
good.
What's your name?
Yvonne from San Antonio.
That's right. Shout out San Antonio. Okay, read it the original way first.
Okay. Beatrice was on him like a piranha on a corn dog.
Oh my
Because they're so good.
God. Where
Corn
I
dogs
need to
are
get these
delicious.
books.
Corn dogs are so good.
Man.
Okay, so now
She's a
now
deep
let's hear
reader in these
your-
books.
Yeah. Let's hear your version.
Okay. Beatrice was on him like hops is on an IPA dog.
Ooh. Ooh, saucy.
I know the IPA dog is a jerk.
Saucy. I like
Okay,
that one.
Marco, well, I just said your name, but tell us where you're from.
San Antonio.
And Marco, while you're on the mic, tell us about your movie.
Yeah, so I decided that I wanted to do a documentary about San Antonio craft beer. And I set on this journey about a year ago. And it's finally done. I can happily say that. And it's going to be really great because we're highlighting all the breweries here in San Antonio, and we're really sharing their story and sharing their passions about what's going on here in San Antonio and how the craft beer community is growing, and it's doing really, really well. And everybody's enjoying some really, really good San Antonio craft beer.
Perfect.
Nice.
So tell us where you're going to screen it, right? You're going to be screening it soon.
We are planning on screening it during San Antonio Beer Week, which is happening April 2nd through the 10th. And the actual screening date is going to be Wednesday the 6th at the Whitty Museum. And there's going to be kind of like a beer hour starting at 7. And we're going to start the screening, I believe, sometime around 8 o'clock when sundown is going to happen. And hopefully people can come out and enjoy some really good beer and a good film.
Perfect.
Awesome.
We'll make
Now
sure
we're
to
gonna
share that.
humiliate you.
We're going to
Ready?
move right into bromance.
Okay. So read it the original way first.
Look into Aaron's
so this
eyes.
is the original way. Claire felt swept away by this dark stranger, a helpless dust bunny in the roaring cacophony of his gas-powered leaf blower.
Damn, that's dirty. Yeah.
Gonna
That's
blow
what I'm
my
talking
leaves.
about.
I'm just gonna say this.
I think I'm warm.
You're okay, Houston. You were great. Woodlands, you were great.
Don't stop it.
No,
It's your turn now.
No, I know that, but there's no way. I was
You
just
can't.
sitting here thinking.
You can't hit on your fellow contestants.
No, she-
What are you doing right now?
I'm just saying.
Are you trying to get a date
Go
on the
for
podcast?
it.
Don't worry about the rhyme.
No, yeah, her rhyme was legit. There's no way. Like, I got one word that I can add to this whole thing. This is terrible.
Spit it out.
Come
It's
on.
about beer.
Do it.
All right,
Imagine
okay.
Robin Williams is here, just like Dead Poet Society, giving you a pep talk. Go for it.
I'm already conceding. All right.
Not a good start.
Yeah, I know. Claire felt swept away by this dark porter, a helpless dust bunny in the roaring cacophony of his gas-powered leaf IPA.
Okay.
Well done.
Well done.
Well done.
Well done.
I would
Well
have said
done.
dunk. I would have said
time.
Dunkel, but Porter's fine.
So you thought about these way beforehand.
No, I only skimmed a couple of them, and I was like, "What's that, dust bunny?" Fuck
I'm
yeah.
gonna need the reading list, the
Oh,
references.
it's right there in the
yeah,
back.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
You can grab any of those that you want. I'm a single girl. I have a lot of time to read, lady.
Does it say
Jill will
the
be
book
taking
that
the
they're
bag
from?
home.
It doesn't say the
how
book
else
that
is
they're
she
from.
going to find these
No,
books?
I know. Well, we'll Google them. It's fine. We have the
Bag
power
is
of the
mine.
internet. We can find
I will not be, just FYI.
Oh, I'm going to send them to you. So
We'll have to make
You
it-
don't have to, because
We'll
I'm going
have
to
to
send you
make
every
an Amazon shopping list with all of these books for our
Listen,
beer
I've been
nuts.
single for a long time, okay?
Okay.
She
Okay,
just actually
I
pulled them from the stack
I just
beside
pulled
her
them
bed.
out of my own
and just
bedroom.
highlighted. Yeah.
They're highlighted?
Yeah.
It's her favorite lines.
I was going to use 50 Shades quotes, and then I was like, oh, I can't use these.
I can't do that. This is a family
That's
establishment.
too dirty. I can't. Yeah, it's too much. It's too much. Okay, so you guys, do you want to confer for a minute to figure out who's going to be first, second, and third?
While you confer, Catherine, why don't you grab a quote?
Yeah. Oh, yo, I'm happy to.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go
Okay.
ahead.
We ready? Let's see what I can find in here.
Let's see what else is in that
I'm
bag.
going to take one.
All right.
This one says, her embrace made his manhood swell like week-old roadkill on hot asphalt in the Georgia sun.
Oh.
So,
I don't think I'm ever going to have sex
so
again.
this is super easy. Her Budweiser.
Sorry, my husband's not even listening.
Killed his. Her Budweiser killed his erection like week-old roadkill on a hot asphalt.
Bad
in
beer
the
will
Georgia
do
sun.
that.
Bravo.
Thank
Bravo.
you.
Bravo.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Shout out Big Beer.
Yes.
Ba-dum-bum.
Do our judges need more time, or
Do we
have
need
you
more? Do we
reached-
need to do another one?
Reached a verdict.
You've reached a verdict?
Yes.
Guilty.
Okay, let's start with the worst.
Wait, does Brandi want to do one?
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
should do the worst.
We've got to figure out who got
I can be the worst.
Okay.
All right, let's see.
I kind of need to hear him again.
Oh, you need to hear them again? I think Marco's ready to go again for sure.
As she
All right.
kissed her way down his manly chest, he felt his amalgamated crane company
His what?
stock increasing in value.
Oh my God, I'm so hot right now. I can't even handle it.
Wow.
Nice. Look at me. Stop flirting with me. It's enough.
Okay.
You need to talk to HR.
It's
about
right.
that.
It's too much. All the time, all over
As
me.
she shotgunned her beer and spilled some down her manly chest,
Oh, my Lord.
she felt the need to shower. She probably needed to
perfect.
shower.
I feel the need to shower.
Perfect. Are you guys ready? Are you ready to announce? Are you ready?
I wanted to hear. No, I wanted.
Oh, you want to hear it one more time?
Okay,
Can
one
we
more
hear yours
time.
One more time.
One more time.
Just your beer version or both versions?
Beer version.
Just the
fine.
beer.
We don't need just the beer
okay.
version.
His Shiner keg stood at full attention, ready to be popped by the next election.
That's really good, actually.
We'll
That's
go ahead and
almost-
say that was number one.
That's
Yeah,
almost
that's
what
number
I
one.
said. Okay.
Oh.
Woo! Top,
We
girlfriend.
didn't need to hear yours again. We need
Good job.
need to hear ours.
Okay.
we need to hear the other two again for
You did?
second,
Okay.
third,
Do you want to do yours one more time?
Okay, the whole thing, right? Okay.
and then we'll confer again.
This is the beer version. Okay. Beatrice was on him like a piranha on a corn dog.
That was the non-beer version, correct?
That was the beer
Okay.
version.
Non-beer version.
Oh,
that
okay,
wasn't
give
the
us
beer version.
The beer version.
Beatrice was on him like hops on an IPA.
Dog.
Yeah, she was.
Citra hops.
Okay. Claire felt swept away by this dark porter and helpless dust bunny in the roaring cacophony of his gas-powered Leaf IPA.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be a good name for a beer, though.
Gas-powered IPA. Gas-powered IPA. Are you listening?
Man,
notes.
Victory's new beer.
Okay, so who's number two? Yay! Yvonne!
We
Good
knew.
job. Marco's
But you were
number
great.
three.
You were really good.
Dolan.
I know it's
Okay.
Marco
so-
had more time, but
the
that's all.
porter was good, but then you just kind of left me, man.
I conceded before I
It's all right. It's all right.
She was just way too good.
So
We
starting
won't
with
tell
our
anybody when we're
third,
watching
A
the
lot
movie.
of pressure.
Marco, you're not walking away empty-handed.
No,
you
you're
are
not.
getting 2 passes to Laugh Out Loud Comedy Club, courtesy of Motor Mirth Comedy Defensive Driving, and you can also grab the She's Crafty koozie.
Yes, sir, you may.
Yes.
You may.
And Yvonne?
You lucky lady. What does Yvonne win?
Yvonne gets to pick from our victory
That's right, our victory swag.
bucket. Our bucket
Our
of
bucket of victory right there. You can
swag.
pick something right
Or
there. Thank
you
you.
can even
Take
grab
the-
the bucket instead.
You could
if
just
you
grab
want.
the
Like.
bucket.
Oh,
Come on.
nice.
That's actually included in it.
Very nice. Take the whole thing, girl. Good job. Good job. Kimberly,
you're so lucky. You get a BarbacoApparel shirt. Girl, let me just tell you, right here, these people right here have it for you. It's the Calavetta tee. You pick your size. You get to take it home for you. Thank you so much for playing. Ladies, this episode will be available for download next Friday on iTunes and she'scraftypodcast.com.
What is it?
she'scraftypodcast.com. Yes, ma'am.
Blackboard there.
Yeah, it's right there. You can just... If you want to put your name on our email list as well, we can send you a little email to let you know when it comes out. Because people actually listen to this, you're going to be on iTunes. Just so you know. Okay, good. Yeah.
Is there edits?
Well, if we need them, we can definitely edit.
I really want to know what the blonde lady was going to say, the one that walked out with her
it
hands.
was too
I want to see what her. At least she gave us back
juicy
the
story.
I didn't check them before I put them in there. I just got a list off the internet, so it could have really said anything at all. I have no idea.
I want to see what one she drew.
Yeah, I don't know. She's not even here
I
anymore.
will make
She
one
left.
up from what she drew.
She left.
If we can find it.
It's a cute shirt.
All right, so Catherine, thank you so much,
Thank
Marco.
you,
It was so
Marco.
nice to meet you.
Sorry. Dude, this is fun. I came in immediately and I was like, hey, I want to know how I can win this
I would
shirt.
love to come to your beer thing.
Yes,
at the Witty,
and I
though.
totally
That's
forgot.
awesome.
Duh. I can't believe I didn't do this. But the film is called Brewed in the 210. So
Yes,
obviously,
thank you.
So
Okay.
yes, please come on out. We want to invite everybody to come on out during Beer Week and check it out. We plan on having another screening right after that. Don't know when, but we're gonna figure that out soon. So thank y'all so much.
And we'll put a link up on our show notes.
Yes,
for
we
people
will
to
make
check
sure
it
to
out.
do that.
Yes.
Yes.
Thanks, Marco.
Thank you, Marco. So nice to
All right,
meet
I'm
you.
going around the table.
Awesome. Well, Jill, did you have a good time?
I had a great time.
Well,
I learned
good.
about shotgunning. I mean, how fun is that?
I mean, if that's the only reason you came, then that's the reason.
Sorry.
So,
And you're about to learn from experience, correct?
Yeah.
We have two cans with our name on it.
and I have a good pair of keys. I mean, it's a Ford long key.
I didn't even know this existed, but there are shotgunning tools online to make shotgunning easier.
You don't
You
need
can
that.
buy all kinds of
No?
shit on Amazon.
I just use my forehead.
Oh.
Yeah. It doesn't work, but I try.
I know.
Nah.
And when do you use your forehead during the shotgunning process?
Shut up.
After.
Do you know who shows this? This is my show. It's not your show.
You can edit this
Why
out.
are you asking the question?
You
That's
can
what I
edit
wanna
this
know.
out.
Jill, I want to
Yes.
talk to you
out.
about. Tell me where. First, let's start with your blog. Where can people find you to read everything that you write, like I do?
Oh, you're too kind. My blog is called Ripped Jeans and Bifocals, and it's about honest parenting and aging. My tagline is adoption, motherhood, midlife, and it's a good blog for anybody that doesn't have a stick up their ass.
Yes.
So
Perfect.
it's mostly about my life as a mom and some cuss words and recipes.
You've started featuring some fun people on there too.
I have, yeah, I do. I've sort of transitioned into a partial submission site because I've been so busy with Listen to Your Mother. I want to keep not actually listening to my mother, but I'm trying to keep the momentum going on my blog and social media following. So I've started to open up submissions to some other voices. I've been writing all my life. I have journals of angsty poetry and like really bad romance novels. Yours are so much really bad. But I started writing like first-person essays in 2011 and putting them on the internet, and people started reading them. So here we are. This Ripped Jeans and Bifocals.com.
Yeah, make sure to sign up to the newsletter because I know that's kind of how I go over everything. You send out your weekly newsletter.
Oh.
So yeah.
Okay.
It's a great way to get stuff.
Perfect.
Yeah, and then so talk to us about Listen to Your Mother.
Listen to Your Mother is it's the brainchild of a woman in Madison, Wisconsin that wanted to do something fun in her town of Madison. I'm not really sure what could be fun in Madison, but sorry, Ann. They have to do something.
Wisconsin's like the cheese state, right? What's more fun than that?
Yeah, they have cheese.
Cheese is
and
delicious.
Cast
A lot of cold weather, though.
They have cheese, yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, Anna's a blogger and wanted to do something to celebrate Mother's Day within the blogging and writing community. And she came up with the idea of Listen to Your Mother in 2010. And it was a show of live readings about motherhood. And, you think of motherhood and mommy blogs, but everybody has a story about motherhood, whether you're a mother or not. You have a mother or you have somebody that raised you. And it can be, a sucky story of motherhood, or it can be a happy or a messy story of motherhood, but everybody has one. But this thing just kind of grew legs, and this one woman's little project in Madison, Wisconsin, where there's lots of cheese. It's in 41 cities. now across the United States and Canada.
And you helped bring it to San Antonio.
I applied to bring it to San Antonio. I read in the Austin show last year. I just, got a wild hair and decided to go and read. And I was in the cast and kind of drank the Kool-Aid. But yeah, I applied to bring the show to San Antonio. But it's at the Tobin Center on the 23rd of April, which there's a fiesta event that night. I think it's the Flambeau Parade, maybe. I can't remember. But
we're all over it. We'll all go there.
It's at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's about an hour and a half long, but it's 13 local writers reading their stories of motherhood. It's some funny and interesting shit. We've got one woman telling a story about poop, and if you're a mom, poop and motherhood kind of go together.
My life revolves around poop.
But we have stories about coming to parenting through special needs, about not being a mom, about how we love being a mom, how being a mom is hard. And then we have one really interesting story about that answers the question whether you wear pantyhose over or under your underwear. So, who doesn't like that? So we're going to unlock the secrets.
I like that.
I think secrets of the universe.
I really connect. You did a meme the other day that I really connected with. It was about leaving your laundry. And I was like, that is my life. Like, my laundry always smells like post-Hurricane Katrina because I forget that it's in the washing machine. I forget every time.
That went semi-viral on my Facebook.
Yes, because I wake up and I'm like, oh, we have no clothes today because guess what? Mommy forgot that I did laundry last night and it's still in there.
I did a load of laundry and I washed it and I dried it on the same day and I made a little meme and I found a little icon of a ninja and I was like, today I washed and dried a load of clothes on the same day without forgetting I had stuff in the dryer, and then I must be some kind of domestic ninja, and the internet liked it. So
because you feel like you're the only person. Like, I'm the worst mom ever because I forget to move my laundry over into the dryer every time.
3 days later,
there's two things that never fail in my life. I forget to move the laundry over, and I lose my car at the grocery store every time I go.
Yes.
Can you imagine going to 10 grocery stores a day?
I'm like Helen Keller at the grocery store every time I come out. Every fucking time, Brandi. How does that happen every time?
Does it happen to you too, Aaron?
Well, yeah, I go in and out of grocery stores a lot to sell beer, and
it's the same parking lot everywhere, but you've parked in totally different places.
Have you ever cried?
You kind of become like
maybe cried before.
I only go to the grocery store once a week.
You notice where you're going, but then at least 1 in 10, I'm lost.
Oh, yeah.
I'm always lost. Yeah. And then I'm like, I only go once a week. I go on Mondays. And so it's like a week's worth of groceries, right? So I've been in there for a long time. And there I am with my cart every time. I'm like, no, I definitely parked on this road. This is the road that I parked on, right? Definitely. Where's my Jetta?
Are you just beeping your car?
No, my thing is broken. It's broken. My battery's
I'm usually only in for like 20 minutes.
So I'm like, I'm in there for like 2 hours.
If I do a tasting, I'm in there for 4.
Have you ever done it like at the mall, like at Dillard's, where there's like multiple exits and you're in the wrong damn parking lot?
It's the worst. And I'm like, I'm pushing my cart with like $200 worth of groceries in it, and I'm like up one aisle, and I'm like, motherfucker. That's not my Jetta. Because why do so many people in San Antonio drive a Jetta? I have no idea.
I don't know.
But it's never
you're
mine.
Walking around crying and people are looking at you like you've lost your freaking mind.
And then they're like, why is that girl coming from the opposite direction with her groceries? Why is she not coming from out of the grocery store? Because I can't find my car right now.
If they know your podcast, they might just think you're drunk.
That's true.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
That's true.
Your kids will tell them.
Yeah, my kids
will
tell them.
Wear your shirts more often.
I have a 6-year-old who, my kids know that we have this podcast, but I don't drink at home, right? Like, that's the rule. Like, we don't have beer.
I have a 6-year-old and I drink at home.
But she, like, anytime we go somewhere and there's beer, she goes, Mommy, there's beer here. Does that make you happy? And I'm like, don't tell your teacher that.
Hey, you are doing a good job.
Do not say that
You are raising your child right.
Oh, my God. It's the worst. Yes, this is what makes Mommy happy.
How often do you give your kid beer?
It's beer. We're not going to. It's
only once or twice a night.
You're
going to edit this out?
It is what it is.
Yeah. So, Jill, if people don't want to feel alone and they want to go hear those stories that make us all feel normal, where can they buy tickets?
They can buy tickets on the Tobin Center's website.
Okay.
Or you can go to our local Listen To Your Mother website. It's the listentoyourmothershow.com. BarbacoApparel.com, and then there's you'll see all the 41 cities, and you can go to the local show, and you can see the San Antonio website where I put up, just random stuff about the cast and little previews. The proceeds benefit CASA, Child Advocates of San Antonio.
Oh,
so the tickets are $15, and you're helping. CASA does awesome things here in San Antonio. I'm so thrilled to be working with them, and we have 4 or 5 local sponsors that are making the show go. So it's an international movement because we're in Canada. I can say we're international. It's some cool shit. Yeah. But it's very local. But we've got published authors. We've got bloggers. We've got 2 women who are on the editorial team of Alamo City Moms blog. And then we've got just these women who came in and said, I want to write down my story and come and tell it to you. I'm not a writer. Perfect. And I don't have a blog. I've never written anything, but I'm going to write you this story and I'm going to read it to you. And they blew me away. Yeah. We auditioned 37 people. Wow. And we had to pick 13. And it was both hard and easy, but the show kicks ass. That's awesome. We have a mother and daughter in the show as well too. They're reading separate essays, but I think the daughter kind of twisted her mom's arm to come and audition, and they're amazing. You will leave and you will feel good. That's really cool. Because everybody has a story of motherhood, and it's kind of timed with Mother's Day. But we're a social media movement too. We have a YouTube channel. If you go to the listentoyourmothershow.com homepage, you'll see the YouTube channel, and you'll see all the videos. And there's it's just there's funny stuff, there's heartwarming stuff, and it's just real raw motherhood, because motherhood is crazy and messy, and you cry in the grocery store parking lot, and you cry because you have poop in your hair.
Well, I know that I'm actually buying tickets so I can take my mom. So that's her Mother's Day present. Is taking her there. Nice. It's 2 p.m, and then I'm done with her. I can drop her back off before she gets too clingy.
We'll be having cocktails afterwards.
So don't tell her that. No, she'll get drunk and dance on the tables. Yeah.
Is your mom a dancer?
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
She does. She listens.
So she's gonna find out.
Yeah, that's true. But it's okay. We're open with each other.
Well, I have 2 free tickets with your name on them. So
now you have to get her another gift.
Yeah, now you gotta get her something else.
So I don't know if you want to.
Now she knows.
I don't know how you run stuff like this, or if you want to edit this out. But if you want to buy tickets, I will give you 2 extra tickets for distribution amongst your listening audience. So you've got 2 with your name on it, courtesy of me, and 2 more to give out to your readers. Perfect. If you want to make them read some dirty stuff.
We could do something fun with those.
We could actually do something really.
And the show is PG-13, unlike this podcast.
Yes.
But you're right.
It's PG-13. There's some mild language, and it's motherhood is.
Motherhood is PG-13. I'd say it's ours. NC-17.
It depends on whether or not you're in the room with your kids or you're in another room. That's how my life is.
You haven't had that moment in motherhood until your kid uses a cuss word correctly in a sentence.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
My son said the word nuts the other day. He was like, I don't want them to kick me in the nuts. And I was like, what did you say to me?
No one does.
How do you even know what nuts are?
Is that a bad word?
It is in my house.
My nuts.
You can't say nuts at school. He's 8.
How do you even know what nuts are? 2 boys. One's 5 and one's 6. And the one came out and said, Mommy, Kyle's being an asshole. And I was just like...
I'd say that one's that was a little bit harder. I was like, nuts?
That's it for sure.
I was like, well, what did he do? And he was like, well, he did blah, blah, blah. And I was like,
yeah. I don't know. Nuts makes me uncomfortable. I don't know if I'm talking about his testicles.
Some of our best friends taught their son, which is also my godson, comes up to me, he goes, your balls are hanging out. And he's like 4 years old. It breaks the room down.
A good friend of mine, he was one of my coaches actually. He taught his son to go up, his son was 2 years old. And he taught his son to go up and tell people that ain't no sock in my crotch.
Oh my God!
Oh my Lord! We were at the Whitty not too long ago, and they have this interactive thing in the treehouse where they put on this apron, and there's all the organs. The guy's like, well, you breathe through these 2 organs in your chest. Do you know what they're called? And my 6-year-old is like, your boobs.
He's like, there's two very healthy organs on all the women in this room.
My son got in trouble because I have no idea. Like, we have a very Sesame Street house. Yeah. Like, if you listen to this podcast, you have no idea what my house is like because it's very Sesame Street. But he told another girl in his class that she was sexy.
Oh, dear. Yeah.
They're 8. I was like, that's weird. Where did you even learn that word? Because nobody in our house is saying sexy ever. It's super weird.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, little creepy moment.
She's gonna make me an early grandmother. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Congratulations.
Thanks. I can't wait to be a 40-year-old now.
Aaron, tell us online where people can find Victory Brewing and find you. What's your address? Your home address?
We need your phone number, your Twitter handle.
I guess the best way to see what I'm doing is following me on Twitter. You can just look up general knowledge about Victory on victorybeer.com. We're large enough that it's got a decent website.
Yeah.
But if you want to see what I'm doing and when I have events, I run all of Texas, so it's kind of a all Texas based. It's at victory_TX for Texas.
Perfect.
And then you might see some stuff about Colorado and Arizona. Just ignore those.
Okay.
Just,
No.
What's your Twitter handle?
Soak it all in.
What's that?
What's your Twitter handle?
It's at victory_TX.
You probably already said that. I have no idea what I'm doing on Twitter. I can't say anything. 140
I'm terrible
characters.
Twitter and Snapchat boggle my mind. I can't do it.
Oh, Snapchat, no way.
I can't do it.
Now, do y'all have any cool events coming up with Victory and the
not
Texas
a lot
region?
in the San Antonio. I think the next event is actually here in San Antonio. I'm not back. I'm only here every couple months because of my large territory.
Yeah.
My next event is going to be a sandstone coaster giveaway here on, I think, June 1st.
Oh, wow.
It's a Wednesday around June 1st. Yeah. I think that's the right date.
It's in June. We've got time to prepare.
You can just dub over my voice. If this is right, I can tell you what it is later.
I'll plug my voice over your voice. People will never have any idea that it happened.
It's
June 1st. Yeah.
Oh, I found it.
And I'm going to make it real Mickey Mouse. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, that'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Other than that, I have events all over the place and tastings, but a lot of them are in Austin because that's where I live. Then I've got some in Houston.
We do have a lot of listeners in Austin, Houston, Dallas region.
It'd be best to follow me on Twitter.
Perfect. Got it.
Also,
I just got him on Twitter.
Oh, you did? Oh, she just hooked you.
Nailed him
she
down.
Hooked you right
Nailed
now.
him down.
Right now. Real fast, I just want to say that the Flying Saucer is having a crawfish boil. Who's your crawdaddy?
Ooh.
It says suck the head to the right.
Oh,
so that's
dang.
You picked the right place.
Yeah, it's perfect.
This just went to NC-17.
I know.
Okay.
Live music at 2 p.m. April the 23rd. They're gonna at 2 p.m. till supplies last. Live music 2 to 6 p.m. $6.50 a pound. $3 Louisiana beer special.
Ooh.
Oh, so come on out to the Flying Saucer on April the 23rd for their crawfish boil and get some head.
Okay, perfect.
Perfect.
Set your goals high.
Come on.
Yeah. Come for the crawfish, hope for the
just
head.
do it
Okay.
because it's his birthday. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
That March 14th thing, though, is bullshit.
That's bullshit.
All right. Well, I had fun tonight.
I had so much fun. And you know what? You guys can download this episode and every episode on iTunes, on Stitcher, on She'sCraftyPodcast.com, and on Hungry Robot Media and the Tasty Podcast Network, now that we mention it. Also, you can follow She's Crafty Podcast on Instagram and Twitter at She's Crafty Pod. Find us on Facebook, find us on Google+, and go to our website to check out our awesome merchandise and get yourself something through Amazon on the link in the banner link, right?
Yes, you just go she'scraftypodcast.com and click on the top of the page, and you can shop through that link, and anything that you purchase will get a little bit of proceeds to help us with the cost for the show.
Also, if you like this podcast and you want to hear more of it and you think Brandi and I are worthy of podcasting, you can go to iTunes and rate, subscribe, and review this podcast. Leave us a little review. Tell us how many stars you think we need. We actually have 5 stars right now. I don't want to brag. I'm not telling everybody I meet that we have 5 stars.
Deal. Yeah.
But
bragging.
we do have 5 stars. Lots of people leave us lovely reviews. Go on there, leave us a review. Even if you want to leave one that's not so good, we'll read it, and we will bash you all over social media.
Yep.
So just do it.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
It's what I like to do.
That's my favorite thing.
It's favorite thing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I had a good time.
Had the best time.
The best
thank
time.
you very much.
It was awesome. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much for sitting at the table with us. We had a great time. Shout out Canada.
Shout out Canada.
Shout out Iraq.
Shout out
Korea.
Shout out Crawdaddy Head.
Shout out Suck the Head. That's gross.
That's gross, Catherine.
That's gross.
Go back to the basement.
All
Peace
right.
out, beer nuts.
Bye. Peace out.
Shut up and sit down.